Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Miss Jill, elementary programmer for neighborhood services in the Gail Borden Public Library. And today I have a couple quick, fun kitchen experiments. And since science is everywhere, we are in the best place to find science in action, the kitchen. So we're going to get our lava lamp bubbling away, and then we're going to make some homemade butter. Well, let's get this lava lamp going. You're going to be needing some cooking oil, some water, food coloring, Alka-Seltzer tablets, generic is fine, and a jar with a lid. All right, so now we're going to fill the glass jar 2/3 with cooking oil. And remember, all of our measurements here are going to be just approximate. Now, I want you to make sure you observe what happens when the oil and the water in the jar is added. What happens? Here we go. Well, I see a lot of bubbling right now. Give it a minute. You see what's going on? So the yellow is the oil at the top. It's going to settle, and as it settles, you're going to see that the water is settling to the bottom. All right, so I've filled up the water, and now I've observed that the water is heavier than the cooking oil, and it sank to the bottom. So now I'm going to add some food coloring. And we're going to observe what happens here. And as we add these, I'm not going to mix them. I'm just going to let them drop to the bottom so we can get to the next step. I think I'm going to put on maybe a couple more. All right, let's get our next step with the chemical reaction going. So now we've got the tablets, and I want you to notice the tablets are actually really pretty heavy, and they are going to sink all the way to the bottom. The chemical reaction between the water and the Alka-Seltzer with the bubbles is going to produce a reaction and grab the color. So it's going to take a couple seconds, and it's going to start bubbling up. And you'll see that go. So the bubbles, or the gas producing this reaction, picks up the globs of color. Notice how the bubbles are picking up speed as we go? That's just kind of fun to watch. So this reaction is actually going to continue for a few minutes, and you can always add another tablet to continue the fun. And maybe I'll add one a little later. But right now, we're going to make some homemade butter. So many of the foods that we eat are created by using principles of chemistry, and butter actually happens to be one of them. So butter is created from cream, which is basically milk with a higher content of fat. So when the cream is shaken in a jar, the fat starts to glob together and separate itself from the liquid. All right, so this glob of fat is butter, and the liquid is called buttermilk. So here's what you need for this experiment. Heavy whipping cream and a jar with a lid. So we're going to fill the jar halfway, and I'm going to put the lid on. We're going to put it on pretty tight. Okay. And now it's time to shake. And we're going to shake and we're going to shake and we're going to shake. Now remember, you're going to want to stop to check your process. So I've been shaking this for about 3 minutes now. And what happened as I was shaking is it stopped making noise. So I checked it, and it was whipped cream. And as I kept shaking, it started to clear away. It got more solid. I'm going to see where we're at here. Let's see if we can dump this out. And because I'm in my kitchen, I have handy tools nearby. Let's see here. Look at that. I think I got it. Oh, that's it. Very good. So, remember it's going to take a few minutes for you to shake to your favorite song. But that's it. So you can spread the newly made butter on crackers or butter to taste it. But I want you to observe, does the butter taste like the butter that you buy from the store? Regular butter has added salt. So the store butter might taste just a little bit different unless you use unsalted butter in your home. And remember, you're going to refrigerate any of these leftovers. So from your library at home, we are so glad you tuned in to watch us today. Remember to use your 24/7 e-library, which is where I discovered all these great science experiment ebooks on Hoopla. Look at that. So if you're going, make sure you try out our Hoopla. It's awesome. Give it a try. Thanks again for joining me today in this segment of Your Library at Home. Have a great day.